your local hope dealer.
Inspiration and dedication. I came a long way from sleeping in them cages. I got my life back, I feel amazing. Life's a book, don't get stuck on sad pages. Rainy days with no money. Hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned into the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter.
And now, a word from your local hope dealer.
And we are live.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott.
And I'm Katie McDermott.
And today, rejoining us, our first guest.
Hi, I'm Carson Bonneray.
You want to tell them what you do if they didn't see the first one?
Yeah, so I am a musical artist out of Battle Creek, Michigan. Content creator on the internet.
Good enough, dude. Right on. Yeah, our pastor recommended I take constructive criticism clearly. He's like, hey, man, I was listening to some of the podcasts and I didn't know what the hell they did till the end of the story. I'm like, okay, maybe we should tell them
Start with that.
Yeah, like, okay, start with that, and then we can work, figuring out how the hell they got there. Somebody shared a post, but also me and you even discussed, like, what are we going to talk about? Because clearly everybody knows your story. Now, because of it, they watched the episode, but secondly, you're pretty much an open book. So,
yeah.
So I have some questions more so about what you're doing now and what you're doing cooperatively. Co-op, whatever, with Enoch, but there are still some notes that I'm like, man, I wish I would have asked more about some of these things.
And we also have a big book of random questions.
Oh, fire.
So
man, we're just trying to make it, you've seen us from 6 months ago till now, so I hope that the progress can
It really has, for sure.
Awesome.
I like the setup now.
Thank you. Yeah, it's better than a fucking dining room. Well, yeah, it's better. So it says you grew up with your parents, both in active addiction. You said you lost them both at 11. What did life look like from 1 to 11?
Pretty, I would think normal, but like a lot of moving around. Like I went to a lot of different schools. So yeah, just pretty much, I'd say like jumping around, just like normal kid shit though.
Okay.
Like played Pokemon, all that stuff. Went to the roller rink. But yeah, pretty normal, I would think.
Okay. So you lived in Arizona and Tennessee. I'm assuming that was when you were moving around with your parents.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the things that I found that I'd like to ask my guests most now, what was your favorite type of cereal?
Probably Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp, all right. Dude, mine's still Fruity Pebbles, dude, from kid till now.
Yeah, Captain Crunch too. Some Captain Crunch.
Dude, you try to tear up the top of your mouth or something. Man.
Crunch.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. What was your family dynamic like as a kid? Because I know you had a brother. Did you have any other siblings?
I had 2 brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a sister. I didn't see much of my sister growing up.
Okay.
I didn't really see her until I was like an adult. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying. I'm like, man, I wrote some notes. I'm like, man, there were some things I wish I would have dug deeper, but there might not be nothing deeper to dig. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? What's your favorite memory of childhood?
Oh man. Honestly, probably going to the skating rink. Man.
Okay.
Going to fucking skate at Midway Roller Rink.
did you roller skate or rollerblade?
Blade. Yeah. I actually just tried to roller skate recently. We took the kids to a skate rink and terrible.
All right.
So yeah, rollerblading is where I was best at.
Well, geez, I'm gonna try to break the tension here, but what was your favorite cartoon?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z. 100% Dragon Ball Z.
How do you feel about Kai?
Kai's not bad. They leave a lot of stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently rewatched Kai because I don't even know where to find the original Dragon Ball Z, but you can find Kai on, I think it's Hulu.
Okay.
And I'm like watching it and I'm like, man, something's missing. So I start Googling it. It's the part where Goku goes to Otherworld with PyCon and fucking all that. And it wasn't there. It just went past. I'm like, where did it go? I didn't imagine this. And they said in Kai that was like a 4 or 5 episode, like kind of just like filler.
Yeah.
So they pulled it for Kai. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, didn't they skip like one of the major arcs or something?
Or
like they did it different. I don't know.
I know that if they did that, if they pulled those 5 episodes, there's probably more that got skipped over.
Yeah, I just found that they were pulling SpongeBob episodes, and then I watched the episode. I'm like, I see what kind of why they pulled that.
They got some sketchy stuff on SpongeBob that we didn't really notice when we was a kid.
Well, dude, she showed me they pulled the panty raid episode. And I was like, as a kid, I'm like, that was funny.
It was
I'm like,
hilarious.
probably good that they don't have that anymore.
They also pulled when Squidward found out that he liked Krabby Patties and he was sneaking in the like alarm system. It like blows him up, like it like dumps gas on him or dumps something on him, and then he catches on fire. And they pulled that. Like they completely washed it out of the episode.
Well, man, when we were growing up, dude, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. I remember my teacher having a conversation with my parents saying, like, your kids shouldn't watch that. Like, it's too violent.
I didn't think it was.
No, well, now they're pulling SpongeBob over some guy on fire. I'm like, they would have never got Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner way worse.
And it didn't even really show him. You just hear him scream. But
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I don't want to talk too much about the bad, but there was some bad in the childhood. Where were you when you found out about your parents, or how did that situation itself go down?
So for my mom, I was at my nephew's birthday party, and my mom had actually left me there and went home. And then hours later, like I found out she had overdosed. Well, I didn't actually find out that she overdosed until like years later. They just kept me under, they told me some other stuff.
Gotcha.
And then with my dad, I was staying the night at my friend's house. And the neighbor came and woke me up and said that they had found him the day before.
Damn. Did it happen pretty close together?
It was about a year apart, just about 13 months apart.
Yeah. Well, condolences, but also that is, I don't know how to word it, but that's a lot to dump on a kid, and for you to find success, that's like, I guess the most successful people come from the hardest path. So
yeah, I feel like it. Everything that I've been through in life, even though it was like really traumatic, has built me into what I am today, and it's made it to where I can share my story to other people that relate to it.
Well, and I'm glad, A, thank you for coming on the first time, but B, thank you for coming on and giving us a second shot at doing better at this.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Really good. I appreciate it a lot. Katie?
yeah, what was your first responsibility growing up?
Like chore wise?
Like anything that you were responsible for?
Probably like a dog. Yeah, probably, yeah. I had a few dogs growing up. So
What's your first dog's name?
Dude, Peanut Butter.
Peanut Butter.
Yeah, it was like a golden retriever. And it was crazy. My aunt, she's like a crazy woman, to say the least. She just brought me over this full grown like golden retriever or something. It might have been a Great Dane. I don't know. It was big, golden, fluffy. I had him for like 3 days. His name was Peanut Butter, and he was a menace. I don't know where she got him or anything. I loved him to death. And when he ran away, I was devastated. It's like stuck with me forever. I only had him for like 3 days. My parents hated him.
This didn't draw from you. You said you loved snakes last episode.
Yeah.
Why? I hate snakes. So why?
I love reptiles in general.
Okay,
Amphibians, like I've always just been drawn to them. But snakes, they're just cool as fuck. So like growing up, when I moved to Arizona, I would just roam like the complex. We lived in like townhouses. It was really, really nice. And there was this lady. She stayed like, so like ours is right here, and I think she was just like right here. And she was on the second floor, and she had these pythons, and she let me come in her house and have like play with one. And this snake probably could have ate me. It was so big, and I was just like this big, like 5 years old, 6 years old, and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool." And she's like, "Yeah, this is the nice one. I can't let you play with the other one. He'll probably eat you." But yeah, I got the snake wrapping around me a couple times, and I was just like, I fell in love with it.
So last
I
time
had a heart attack.
we talked about the dog bite, I think. Okay. After we talked about something about a turtle, the turtle story.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about it, so you want to talk about it
Oh,
on
we did.
the
Oh man, yeah. So I was tripping balls on acid, and I was driving down the road, and there's this turtle, and I swerved, and I was tripping so hard. I was like, I gotta tell him that he can't be in the road. And I was just like Ace Ventura, like one with everything. And I pulled over, and I got out, and I'm like, get out of the road. You can't be in the road. And then I got like right in his face, and he just latched out. And then I got my boy with me, and he's like tripping balls too. He's like, what the fuck? I like stood up, and the fucking turtle flew off of me, and I'm like, oh my God. So I went like drove like a mile down the road to a friend's house. It's like 7 a.m. And I'm knocking on their door, and she like this kid comes to the door. It's like a 3 or 4 year old. Like I was like, go get your mom. She came over. She's like, what are you doing? What happened? I was like, I got bit by a turtle. Do you got a Band-Aid or something? Yeah, it was crazy.
Man, good time.
It was amazing.
The good and the bad for sure, man. So you move in with your brother after your parents passed, but shortly after you lose him to the system. How did this affect your view on life? Like it gave you a lot of reason to hate, but you're not a hateful person.
Yeah. It made me sad a lot, growing up for sure. And it definitely led me into early addiction because I started drinking at like 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
So, yeah, but as a young kid, it definitely made me, disrespect authority, resentful, always getting in trouble at school, dropping out early. But, growing up later, it took a long time, but into an adulthood, like I finally just like, all right, this is life. You know what I mean? Just came to peace with it.
One question I didn't ask you that I wanted to. Do you think addiction or alcoholism is a disease?
Man, that's a tricky question, really. I want to say yes and no, because I feel like, if it is a disease, it's a curable one.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't think about addiction and shit like that as I don't think once you're an addict, you're always an addict. I don't feel like that. I feel like it's just, it's something that you can be smart enough to finally realize, like you get caught in it. And a lot of addiction, I feel like stems from trauma.
Yep.
So in order to heal the addiction, you have to heal the trauma that caused the addiction.
Yep.
So I think that addiction is a trauma response. I don't think that it's fully a disease.
So do you think that you can like catch addiction if you're like exposed to something like that then?
I think you can. I don't know if you can catch addiction. I think you can choose addiction.
Right.
Yep.
I just was trying to like it. That there's probably a better way to ask that,
Yeah.
but that was like the easiest way I could formulate it.
So there's always it is a trick question.
It is a trick question. It's like, so sometimes it's like, yeah, it is a disease, but sometimes it's not a disease. I feel like when it comes down to it, I feel like it's more of a choice than a disease. But I feel like the choice is easy to make when you're in a place that's so vulnerable and hurt. It's an easy choice to make, and it's a hard choice to get away from.
Well, and it's like me being an alcoholic. I just believe it doesn't really matter. Just like get help. But alcoholism is determined as a disease way back in the day. Addiction is the same thing as alcoholism. So it's like whatever, But
you can. It is such a tricky thing because because diseases, that you catch like a disease, it's not your choice to catch that. So I feel like to say it's a disease is just
we took a little too far. I agree because I'm like, you got it. And maybe it is like maybe it's considered a disease, but like what you just said, I think disease is just a little too far into the word because like AIDS is a disease or this is a disease.
Well,
I guess AIDS you can kind of do
Do you think that it is hereditary? Like you're
predisposed.
predisposed. Thank you.
100%. Yeah, I definitely think that it can be hereditary. And I mean, because it's like you see it growing up. So, and if you don't see it growing up, like say, you get given away at birth or something because your parent's an addict, I don't feel like you're going to catch that hereditary disease. I don't think you're, you know what I mean? But if you're raised in it, then I feel like you're more likely, yeah, it can be hereditary that way.
And the only reason that I've ever had an issue with it is because like the old story, like a dad grows up drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Both sons watch the dad be a drunk. One son grows up to be a drunk. One son grows up to hate booze.
Yeah.
It's hard to determine because it's like one caught it, one didn't. It's like, you know, I think it boils down to choice, but
Yeah, for sure.
just being nosy, I guess, you know, whatever. I know we learned your story. I mentioned it right. I know we learned your story last episode, but you care to touch again on, so you moved in with your brother about a year later, you lose him to the system. You lived with his baby mama for a while. Like, how was that? Because there was no real relation.
It was just like mainly me becoming like the man of the house, you know, because I was like 12, 13 when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I had two nephews that pretty much relied on me for being the male role model in the house. And I was just going into high school. And you know, that's when a lot of my the biggest part of my rebellion stage kicked in, because now I don't have a male role model in the house. So now I'm going off, running away, drinking, smoking, all that. So
Who was your biggest influence in your life at that time? Either music-wise or just anybody?
Yeah, I would say that I just really looked for like outside influence for guidance, just like, you know, just rappers or stuff like that.
Mine, yeah, I get that. I get that. You dropped out in the 9th grade. Do you regret that choice now?
No, I feel like I'll always feel like this, that I don't think school's important.
If you could try out a job, any job for a day, just to see if you like it, what job would it be?
Shit, I don't even know. What's something that would be interesting? Oh, maybe like a zookeeper or something. That'd be fire.
Yeah, I think that'd be super cool too.
Being around animals.
Man, you got me wanting to answer. I think being Mike Rowe for a day would be cool. Dirty. Cool.
No.
Climbing in the sewer.
Well, some of the jobs were cool. Maybe 25% of them. Do you keep in touch with your brother?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you ever seek any help during this phase in your life? Like, did you ever tell a principal? Did you ever seek help counseling?
No. Not really.
Right on. See, I had to, in that time in my life when I was that young, I was forced to go, but you know, I had people above me, so
I just pushed through it.
Right
You
on.
know what I mean?
Fucking hard-headed dude. Right on. Who do you look up to? Jesus Christ. Did you have any hobbies as a kid? Skateboarding?
Oh man, dude.
I seem like a skateboarder, but I might have hit that wrong.
No, I never really got into skateboarding.
Okay.
I had friends that did and stuff, but
Right on.
I like tried and I wasn't good. So I could barely ride it. So let alone I tried doing I had a skateboard and I did have a cement slab in the back, and I would try my hardest to like do kick flips and heel flips. But I never like went out with the boys because I sucked. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
Right on.
But I did like for sure like Pokemon, and then like just gaming.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh too. I was really big into playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I would go to tournaments and stuff like that.
How about like Magic the Gathering?
No, never got into that.
No.
Told you you're a nerd.
You stop. No.
I mean, it's no different than Yu-Gi-Oh. Really, it's just, you know.
Yeah, they're a little more complicated.
Yeah,
but
I can assume
A
that.
little nerd here. It's funny you say that skateboarding. I literally can't even balance on it, so I couldn't even do a trick because I can't even I get one foot on, I push.
I feel like longboarding is easier just because you have more board to control, but like I can go in a straight line. Like,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Who introduced you to harder drugs when you were 16, 17?
Just, you know, just people that were already stuck in addiction. You know, just friends.
We're trying to bad guy shame right now. That's why I asked. We're trying to.
You know, once you're to the point of like you're partying all the time, you're drinking, you're smoking weed, like doing pills, like anyway, oh, for something new I ain't tried yet, like, I'm down to do it.
It's not a big leap, really.
No.
Really not. I know.
Do you believe in a gateway drug?
I don't think that like people say that weed is a gateway drug. I don't think it is. Like, I think weed is probably like the safest thing.
My answer to her always is I think alcohol is the gateway drug because when I drink, I will smoke crack. Or when I drink,
You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. If you get me drunk, I will smoke crack. No, you might be right on that, dude.
I'm like, any drug I've tried the first time, I was drunk.
Well, I can.
Yeah, no, me too.
We
For
talked
sure.
about briefly, like, okay, so there's people who were heavy drinkers, and that would cause them to do other things. Then you got people who like were introduced to weed, and then they're like, well, I like this, maybe I like something else. So it's like if you aren't an alcoholic and you start smoking weed, and then you're like slowly, okay, maybe I'll try mushrooms, maybe I'll try this.
Yeah.
But then if you're an alcoholic, you're like, I'm drunk, I will do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'll smoke crack.
I'm pretty sure you just hit that on the head. I'm pretty sure every time I've tried something new, it was usually alcohol involved.
Yeah, I'm never stone cold sober. Like, yeah, I'll do some heroin.
Yeah.
You know,
For real.
but a couple drinks and they're like, I will try heroin. Actually, I will. But like, that's terrible.
No, you're not wrong.
I remember you saying that you had good friendships, and I actually remember this, and some of them are still friends to this day. How are those relationships, and how do you keep them alive for 20 years?
Yeah, I actually just had some of my long-term friends come to the show that we just did. You know, that had never been to a show like that, and
Cool.
they finally were like, "All right, you got one in town. It's your show. We're gonna come out," and they loved it, and they can't wait to come again.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes you can go 6 months to a year without talking, but you know, once you establish that bond, I just feel like as long as there's nothing that's popped up that's like burnt it, you know, you're just
You don't have a friendship decay.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Was there anything we missed the first time that you would like to share? Like something that really stands out?
Not that I can really think of off the top.
But then we must have did our job. In that jumbled up mess, we still did good. So
Okay, I'm gonna make a nod. What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh man, I really like. I think it's called Dead Silence. It's got I did something about this little puppet.
Oh, I know what
You
you're
know what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about? Like Mary Shaw is like this fucking lady that's in it.
Yeah. It's the ventriloquist
Yeah.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah, I really
He looks
like that.
like the Goosebumps
Yeah,
guy,
Mhm.
like a lot.
I really like that. There's a lot of other ones. Like Wrong Turn. If I was going like an old school, if I had to pick like old school, I'm going with Leprechaun.
Okay.
Leprechaun, all Leprechauns.
you were the one that brought it back up in my head. Leprechaun in the Hood. That movie.
That movie was just ridiculous.
I hated it, but
I love Leprechaun.
Oh, I asked because we know that you were in a movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and a couple actually.
Okay, so you want to talk a little bit about
what was the one that we thought he looked good in? He was Harry.
the zombie?
Larry Potter.
Larry Potter. Larry Potter.
Yeah, Mayor Wambies. I actually when we're done with this, I'll get you guys a flyer. I have posters in the car. So the movie's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
A good friend of mine, Brian Foster, he shoots the majority of my music videos.
Mhm.
He's the one that it's his movie. It's his first movie, and he directed it, played the lead role in it. You know, he's. So we got that on Blu-ray. It's on DVD. It's on Amazon Prime. I believe it's going to be on Tubi soon, and
Okay.
possibly other streaming platforms. We're just waiting for that. But it's doing really, really good.
How was the process of filming?
It was fun. I wasn't there for a lot. My roles were, I think I came down two times. I shot a scene and for the opening credits of the movie. And that's like a little Easter egg. If you pay attention, like I'm outside this building, like smoking weed in the beginning. And then later on in the movie, I'm Larry Potter at the the table. It's like a cosplay in this haunted house, and we're like sitting there playing. We're playing Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah, we got magic cards and all that, and yeah, so that was awesome, man. And then the second time we came down, we filmed that. Did we go down 3 days? We might have. No, it was the 2 days, because then I got in zombie makeup. We did the fight scene. It was awesome. Just watching it come to life, and then just seeing it on Amazon Prime, and then having physical copies and being able to watch that. It's really mind blowing. Yeah. I'm extremely proud of Brian for that.
Fuck, I'm proud of fucking knowing you, even seriously, that's fucking cool.
No, my buddy, he just came up to do the show with us, and Mike Tech. We're sitting there after the show. I was like, "Yo, we got to watch Mayor Wombies," and he's like, "We're sitting there watching it." He's like, "I'm watching Mayor Wombies with Larry Potter." And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. It's such a small role, but it was awesome.
Dude, you're on like a streaming service that can be seen around the world.
It is super
cool.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, don't doubt it. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
And then coming up, me and Enoch actually are lead roles in this movie coming out that's shot locally in Battle Creek.
Okay.
Our buddy Daryl.
Daryl Hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's called Stoner Snake. And I can't wait until this is done and it comes out, because everything about this movie is amazing.
Is that the one he just released, or
it's gonna be released this Halloween, I believe.
Oh, cool.
You guys are already filming it?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, that's one that I this is his story too, but a lady passed that was involved with it. Didn't a lady leave, something like that? Is that the same movie?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, then I'll put it. I just seen a bunch of stuff on Facebook. I have my friend. He was posting some stuff.
Yeah, I might have missed that. That could be, but I don't know.
Understood.
Okay. I'm gonna stick on the movies because I just seen a random one. What movie has made you cry?
Oh, okay. I can do this. All right. The Lion King for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's like everybody's go-to. But let me think, because, man, there's been a few. All right. Save the Last Dance for sure. 100%. I grew up watching that. When I remember being a little kid, being like, "Oh my god," that was so sad. Yeah, there's probably more, but
It's on the spot.
Dude,
yeah,
dude, I'll cry in almost any movie. Like,
you can pull up my emotions. I might cry.
Yeah, for sure.
But most notable for him, I think, was I showed him Lord of the Rings.
Fucking ball, dude. Welcome to the Gondor will answer. I was like, oh, fucking Gondor. Oh, whatever. I was like,
Oh, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Harry Potter's got some emotional ones in there too.
Mhm.
It does.
It's funny. I was like, oh, Notebook will never make me cry. I bawled like a baby at that movie
man.
too. I did. I fucking cried. So you said that you went into jail for 9 months with the possession charge. Can you walk us through a normal day in jail in that county?
Yeah, let me tell you. I had a blast. I ain't even gonna lie, because I'm just a person that's like, if I'm in a situation, like, I'm just gonna make the best of it. At first, it sucked. Like first month was probably terrible, but after just being in there, like I'm just gonna wake up every day and I'm gonna find humor and I'm gonna fucking push it as far as I can. I'm gonna make people smile and make myself smile. So, like, I had a really I met a lot of good people in jail. You know what I mean? Had a lot of good bunkies.
How was the jail set up? Ours is set up down here like level 1 prison, so it's like barracks. You're like not even in a cell. So I was curious how that jail was set up. Like 2-man cells? Or...
Yeah, 2-man cells, pods.
Oh, that's
so like, you get like a pod is probably like the size of a couple. No walls in here, maybe like 2 of these houses in the basement, no walls. And then, 2 levels to each pod.
And then like each one's a door into
the door into your 2-man cell.
Gotcha. Man, that's more like prison, almost than prison is from what I hear from guests.
Yeah,
from almost worse.
Pretty much any like prison shows that I've seen, because I'm watching any of those like Scared Straight or How Many Days In or whatever. It looks very similar to what jail does.
Damn.
Like tank style.
Yeah.
That dude sucks. So 9 months. Did they have windows? I doubt it.
Nah.
So you couldn't tell light from dark.
No. We had rec areas, and in the rec areas, like there's the open,
Okay.
you know, but
That sucks.
So if jail didn't bother you, what's the quickest way to make you crazy?
shit, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about isolation because I ended up being ridiculous in there for a while, and I got sent to the hole. So I was isolated for like 45 days, just in a cell by myself, 23 hours a day, 1 hour out. And I mean, I just made the best of it. It's harder to have fun in there by yourself.
Yeah.
You just got books and you can work out. That's pretty much it.
Jeez.
Take a shower every day. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even go that crazy then. Yeah, so I don't know.
Fair enough. Right. But you said you got heavy into spirituality. So 6 months after you get out of jail, you stop smoking dope because the day you got out of jail, you smoked dope. Yeah, within an hour or two.
Yeah.
From what I remember. You said you got heavy into spirituality. What is your favorite verse, quote, or anything that is spiritual? Because I know it doesn't have to be a verse.
That's just a tough one to answer, really.
Okay.
I don't even know where to go off the top of that.
Right on. No, that's
Maybe
fine.
like inspirational, like something that inspires you.
What's your favorite being? Buddha, God, Gandhi?
I don't really have a favorite one.
Okay.
I mean, I do believe in God, but
Okay.
yeah. So
Just curious. There's some things I'm like, man, it's spiritual. I never.
yeah, but the version of God that I believe in isn't like a being. It's just like an energy, like all.
Like,
Yeah, just like everything's God.
Yeah.
I believe water is God.
Water's God.
Because
Everything.
everything.
I have the sun, the air,
Yeah.
the squirrels, fucking everything.
I fuck with that. Oh shit. Fucking falling by. So then you get a gun charge after that.
Yeah.
Later on, that was a funny story if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Shot in the whatever.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That was funny to hear. I never asked what type of gun. Pistol, shotgun.
Pistol, yeah, for sure.
That makes it cooler. So I wasn't I'm going to read this because I wasn't a great interviewer the first podcast, so it was hard to jumble some of some of what my questions were because I jumped around so much. But who did you look up to the most in your life for this season of your life? You got older, got out of jail a couple times.
Really, there wasn't. There's pretty much just myself.
I was hoping into like Birdman or something.
Oh,
No.
Not like Ram Wide. No, I mean,
Oh my God.
Is there something that you don't tell many people? I know I asked you this the first time, but you may think of something.
Like a super secret.
Yeah, like SpongeBob with the string in the box.
Yeah.
You know.
No, not really.
Okay. Right on. I'm trying to think of something I got, but I don't got something super secret either. Sorry, I'm losing track. I cracked myself up and I'm like, oh fuck, I lost where I was going. So you quit drinking February 2nd, 2022.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Super congratulations. So instead of all the backstory, this is where I ended. So instead of all the backstory like we do every other episode, now I want to ask more of where you're at now and who you are as an artist, and because I mean people know your backstory now. So.
I would like to throw in, what have you been doing since you came on last time?
Oh man, just trying to maintain everything as an artist. Just it's really hard when you're just your own manager, your own, you know, with me and Enoch, like doing the Siamese Goat, we've been pushing that a lot. We do all our own merch. He does like most of the merch. I book most of the shows. And just making music together and our own solo stuff. I mean, that's just trying to keep up, trying to stay relevant and get as many, opportunities as we can that make sense to us.
I'll never discredit any guest I've had, but you are one of the, you have found success in this industry, so that's why I'm excited to interview
I'm
you
trying.
about this, man.
I'm trying to find success. Looking at it from my perspective, it's like I definitely feel more successful than I was a year ago.
Mhm.
But I still don't know if I'm 100% a successful musical artist yet.
Dude, I'm talking to people in Jackson. Oh man, dude, June, I went to one of his shows. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck did you? And this one before you were on. I'm like,
Yeah,
how the fuck do you? I've never heard of this guy. And
Yeah.
now you're getting your name out there.
for sure.
Awesome. How would you describe your sound and style to someone who hasn't heard you?
My style, I would say, just kind of got like a older, early 2000s type of vibe.
Mhm.
And I try to go for try to focus my music on addiction, trauma, stuff like that. But, stuff that I've experienced, personal experience music. But then on the other side of things, I try to do, just lyrical wordplay. With the Siamese Goat, like that's not more personal stuff. That's more entertainment.
Yeah.
So really, it's like I don't know the word for it. There's a lot to choose from.
Mhm.
So
You said early 2000s for some of your sound. It's funny you think because some of your songs, I'm like, that's Rage Against the Machine. It reincarnate. Like,
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. What's your process for creating a new track? So, like, do you start with a beat, a concept, or a specific
Or
line?
do you have a ritual to prepare yourself to start?
oh man, not really like a ritual. If I find a beat that I really like, I mean it can go both ways. So if I find a beat and I'm like, yo, this beat, I want to create something around it. Or sometimes I'll have an idea hit me and I'll be like, okay. Like I'll come up with the hook in my head and I'll be like, okay, there's the concept of the song. Now I need to find a beat to match it.
Okay.
So yeah, so it just depends.
Right. I'm just trying to pick your brain as an artist, man, because now people know your stories, and I'd like people to know you as an artist. How do you approach wordplay, metaphors, punchlines in your rhymes?
Um,
Some of your shit's slick. Like some of it's real slick.
Do you use like the iambic pentameter type stuff?
what was that?
It's like A rhymes with A, B rhymes with B. So line 1 would be A, line 2 B, line 3 C, and then you run line 1 with line 4, which is like A. Like how do you,
I guess I might subconsciously do that without knowing that I'm doing it.
or is it like syllables? Isn't it sort of like-
Syllables for sure.
Okay.
I definitely try to have inner and outer rhyme schemes. I definitely try to match syllable count. As far as like metaphors and punchlines, they just like come to me as I'm doing it, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's genius, that's slick," or something. But I don't like focus on being like, "All right, I need to do this many punchlines or this many metaphors," or I just go with the flow.
So Eminem, okay, hear me out. So Eminem, people think that these rich, famous people are cloning themselves. Okay, so
Oh, goodness.
okay, so Eminem, right, okay, right. So Eminem clones himself.
Uh-huh.
The new clone kills Eminem.
Uh-huh.
That's why the
They did
new
the
song,
death
"The
of
Death of
Slim
Slim Shady." Do you agree with
And then he put an
Easily.
obituary out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that Eminem has been cloned for years.
Mhm.
Ever since like 2010, 2011. I'm a big conspiracy theorist. So like I'm 100% on board with clones.
Okay.
The Eminem is for sure a clone.
Also Kanye, I'm just throwing that out there. That ain't
Very easy.
that's not him
very
anymore.
easily, Very easily.
After we seen the death of Slim Shady, like in the obituary, I was like, "Fuck, man, I bet you that is."
Well, I said in the song "Pagans Ain't Hating," I said maybe Kanye's dead, maybe Shady's a bot, like maybe he's a robot. I've always thought that if he's not a clone, if he hasn't killed himself and hasn't been cloned, they put in that what is that shit? That neural link.
Yeah.
They put that in him because he's a robot, man. I think he's too good.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory? And then second off, do you believe in lizard people?
100%.
Okay.
100%. That's probably my favorite. So, yeah. So I don't know if you guys know about this giant Great Awakening map. It's like a pink map. I found this like 5 years ago. Somebody either sent it to me or I found it, and it's just this giant map of all these different conspiracies. And it was crazy when I found it because I'd been into conspiracies for years, but this put all of them on one map and then connected them. And I was like, my brain melted. So I definitely believe in pretty much all conspiracies.
Are you a flat earther?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit to me?
So I don't know. A lot of people, it's crazy. I don't know if I'm 100% a flat earther, but I'm not a glober for sure. Like you can't, I'm pretty sure that 90% of everything that we've ever been taught in school was just indoctrination to make you believe this when it's not even true. Like I don't believe that the world is round and spin. I don't believe none of that. But to say it's a flat plane, like how they try to make it like, oh, well, so like have you ever seen like the pictures where they'll make Earth flat and then all the other planets are circles and stuff? Like I don't believe it like that. Maybe the shape of Earth is something, but I don't believe that it is what we've been told.
Yeah. Well, dude, I just always was mind boggled. I'm like, okay, so here's the Earth, what Mars, whatever. I'm like, why is it just lying that way? What's that way? What's that way?
I don't believe in none of that.
Like there's other directions than just this way. Like, dude, we got all of this, man. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to see if I was the only one crazy here. So what's one song you've written that you feel most accurately represents who you are as an artist?
The song that I just dropped yesterday, Say Goodbye.
Okay.
It really just touches personally on like everything that I've been through, and I feel like it is the best representation of me.
How was it being a recovering alcoholic with a bottle? Because I see you dump it out.
Yeah, it didn't really bother me. I even spilled some on me, get the smell of it, but like I do a lot of shows at bars, so I talk to people that are smelling like alcohol. Right. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Well, see, the smell of it's one thing, but like the first couple of times I went and handed my dad a beer, it was like I don't know, it kind of caught me off.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
What is your special song? Like to you, it doesn't even have to be your music, or maybe one of your songs and another one.
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of songs by like FJ Outlaw, King ISO, NF that I relate to heavily, and keep them in rotation. So probably with FJ Outlaw would be The Addiction or Sail Away. And then with King ISO would probably be like Odysseus or I'm Not Well. And then with NF, probably like When I Grow Up or and NF's catalog is I listen to a lot of it.
He's got a lot of good
songs. So it's almost like every song that comes out of his I relate to. I think I relate to NF more than almost any other artist. I also honestly Tom McDonald, but a lot of his older stuff. When he would talk about his addiction before he just went all political.
Oh yeah.
To a lot of his like alcoholic music.
I just want to thank you. So I know that I've shown you support the way that I can. You just posted my link on YouTube, just got me like, thank you.
There's a lot of comments. I cannot read them all. You got a lot of whoop whoops.
Well, I looked over and like, oh, there's two, and then I looked over again and I'm like, the bars.
I actually found out you can put them on the screen. So,
yeah, too, we're still we're still learning. Like we're still learning a lot too. Wow, that's incredible. How do you feel like your music has evolved? In what direction do you think it's heading?
So, starting out when I was doing, because I've been rapping for 20 years. But I've only been releasing music for like 2.5 years. It'll be going on 3 years. 3 years this November. And so it started out, just doing open verses on TikTok. And then, so what I'm doing is basically their song. So I'm just matching my vibe to their song. And then when I started releasing my own, I kind of went down like a funny, like horrorcore, vibe like that. And as it's progressed over the years, like I'm just trying to find more ways to tell my story. So like it's just going in the direction of really just about sobriety and addiction, overcoming trauma, stuff like that. That's like the goal that's like where it's headed. That's like the goal, is to just push out as much of that as I can, because the reactions that I get from people, the thank yous, the man, I appreciate you sharing your story. I relate to this. I love that more than anything, because that's what I love about music. That's why I like, FJ, King ISO, NF, is because I can relate to them. They've told their stories through music to where I'm going through something in my life and I'm like, damn, I really needed to hear this. So if I can do the same for other people, I know how much it means to me. So I just want to pass that on.
Those old school songs where they rap or they sing or whatever, but it tells a story, like it legitimately, it's like a story. There's like the chorus in the middle. Have you thought about doing something like that?
I do want to get into some storytelling raps. That's something that I would really like to do, for sure.
What do you feel is the current climate of the music industry, but not big, like local? Like I see a lot of
Tension,
butting heads. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be like that, especially on the localer level, because it's just so easy for people to feel some type of way or get mad or see people as competition when, like that's why you don't really see that much going on in the mainstream or the higher ups of independent artistry, is because they're all successful people. And two successful people, and they're not worried about each other. They don't see each other as competition. People at the top collaborate, people at the bottom fight. So it's easy for that to happen at the lower level, and I just try not to get caught up in it. Sometimes I see myself feeding into stuff and trolling here and trolling there, but like I don't got no problems with nobody. I don't care what nobody's doing. Like I'm just focused on making the next Siamese Goat God song or the next solo song. I'm just trying to elevate our brand and my brand, and I don't really care what everybody else has got going on.
Well, and if your skills are quite clearly better, then it probably is easier not to agree. Because I really believe that your skill set compared to some are, well, day and night, really.
I appreciate that.
What initially drew you to hip hop? I feel like I have that the first time, but I do not remember.
So, I mean, growing up, the first like songs that I can remember hearing as a kid, I remember being at like it was my house, but there were like a summer cookout. I remember hearing Bone Thugs and Harmony and The Crossroads, and literally just falling in love with that song. So Bone Thugs has always been like a really big inspiration to me. And then
it's a great song.
My brother, growing up when I was like 11, 12 years old, he was a rapper, and him doing it inspired me to be like, all right, well, I want to look into this. I'm going to do this. And, so I've always had hip hop around me. Even Eminem, like growing up, I remember the first time hearing him.
Real
Eminem. Real Eminem. I was probably only like 6 or 7 years old the first time I heard him, and I was just drawn to the sound. Like my mom played music too, but she wasn't like big into hip hop. She was like Alanis Morissette, Temptations, stuff like that. So I got respect for that music too. Like just at the show that we did this Saturday, me and Mike Tech, we covered Ironic by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, I love
and
that.
We had the entire crowd singing along.
You should do You Ought to Know, because
I love that. That's my favorite song.
I don't get out of the car until it's over.
No,
So this question is specifically for Enoch, just commenting, what role does collaboration play in your music?
What role does collaboration?
Because he said, dang, you ain't even going to talk about me? I'm like, well, I haven't gotten to those.
Well, yeah, we were gonna ask like how you.
Oh yeah, well, we've been talking about him. He's a silly goose.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Okay. No, but really though, biggest challenges that you faced early on, and how did you overcome it?
In music?
Yeah. Or hell, in life, or music.
I would say in music, I would say biggest challenges would be getting over the fear of performing and getting my stage presence up. And Enoch helped that a lot. There you go, Enoch.
They're saying you're a clone, by the way.
Look, that conspiracy is legit. So you might convince me to look into that. But yeah, getting in front of crowds and being good at performing on stage. You know, initially starting out, the first time I ever got on stage was to do karaoke, to sing Alanis Morissette, and there wasn't that many people, but it was nerve wracking. And then my first time performing was down in Indiana at a place called Carl's Tavern. And there wasn't that many people there, but still, it was just nerve wracking.
Yeah.
And finally, after performing for probably 6 months, I just moved out of the fear stage. And like, I don't even get nervous anymore, really. Like, it doesn't matter how big the crowd is. Like, I don't get that nervous feeling
Is there a song that you absolutely hate? Not just of yours, but like in general.
There's that new song that people that what the helly song.
Oh yeah, the helly, what the helly, what the helly
I
on
can't stand that song.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I don't really know. I like music a lot, so it might not be for me, but I don't really hate a lot of songs.
What do you think your parents would like what you do as an artist?
Yeah, for sure, because they were both into music. It might not have been hip hop, but they didn't hate hip hop either. So they would definitely be proud.
Man, you said 6 or 7 listening to Eminem. I remember the first song I heard was, "Hey kids, violence." I love violence. I don't know about that.
So Enoch said clone tune, and I love that t-shirt coming soon. But tune shirt.
That would be fire.
That's genius.
That's fire.
Yeah, no. If there was just like you did a side by side of me now from like 5 years ago, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's not the same.
Okay, so is it tattoos? Is it tattoos?
Yeah, well, because I just started getting face tattoos like 3 or 4 years ago. So there's pictures of me from 4 years ago with short hair, with a buzz cut, and no tattoos. So this is a completely different look.
Okay.
Righteous. If you were to get a tattoo tomorrow, where would you put it, and what would it be?
I would probably put it right here, and it would probably be Enoch on a horse and buggy, Pepperidge Farm meme from the like Family Guy.
Yeah.
Enoch remembers. Enoch remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. That's hilarious.
How do you navigate the business side of the music industry while staying true to your vision? Because there gotta be some give and take there, right?
Yeah, for sure. So like business wise, you always want to do what's best for, if it doesn't make dollars, then it has to make sense. So I would say just that, really. If it doesn't make money, then it has to make sense, or it has to make both. It has to make sense and money. Okay. But it cannot lack both.
Yep. Fair enough, man.
Like, it cannot make sense at all, but if there's money, then there's probably a chance that we're gonna do it.
Yeah, sure. How important is direct fan engagement to you?
Oh, but that's the most important thing. I like to know all my fans personally. Same with Enoch. We like to have personal relationships with every single person that we encounter.
Right.
Because I feel like that is what's going to separate us from the rest. And people love that. Yeah. And if they can have a direct connection with you, then they're more likely to, go to war for you if they have to.
Well, for me to be able to message you and get a message back was just incredible to me 6 months ago. I was like, holy shit, this fucking dude actually.
Yeah, no, and I will never not respond to a message. Like I get messages every day from people, some people I've never even met, and I'll just respond to them because I'm not nobody special. Like, I'm not nobody different. I'm a human just like everybody else.
Who is your biggest supporter?
And I got I gotta shout out fucking my homie Devin. I would say that Devin is definitely the biggest supporter for sure. And then a strong second to him and third, if they want to all three tie for first place, because I gotta say my girl, and then my brother. All three of them, I would say, they support me till the death. And then, I gotta give it a shout out. It's hard. I can shout out everybody, but my homie Nate, he rides for me.
Yep.
Nate has multiple tattoos of me. He has my signature tattoo right here. He's got my fuck addiction, the tattoo of my face with fuck addiction.
That's cool.
So I would say that he's definitely right up there at the top two.
You get married yet? I forgot.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's coming.
Damn, you better send an RSVP.
I got you guys. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that was last time. We already got over that.
we've established that we're getting married.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That's snippy of me. No. Sorry, that's snippy of me. I will apologize.
The hard questions.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's cool. Well, I remember you were like, yeah, we're engaged, and I was like, cool, we can get married.
Did you guys pick a date?
We're doing that right
Awesome. What colors you wearing?
now. I probably will wear purple for sure. Purple's my favorite color.
I was gonna wear white. She's gonna wear black. So when we renew our vows,
Yeah, we've never had a real wedding, so.
a white suit just looks fucking cool to me. I don't know what. I'll ruin it that night. But
I want a purple suit for sure.
Okay.
um,
Off the wall random question. What's your favorite scent of candle?
Yo, so there's this dude down in I don't know exactly where he's from. I think it would probably be like the Fort Wayne, New Haven area, and he makes candles. And we every time he comes there, we buy one. We just got this Fruit Loops smelling candle, and then there's another one that's like butterscotch pancake, bacon, maple syrup. We just got both those, and they're amazing. So those are at the top of my list right now.
I will say there's a candle company in town. I don't know when they're open. They have a Fago scented candle
What?
and a Burner scented candle.
yeah, Jackson
Crazy.
Candle Company. Yeah, yeah.
I have to check that out.
It's like always sold out, but they order them. So
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check that out.
What are you most passionate about in life?
Man, I would probably have to say sobriety, really,
Right on.
for sure, and just like synchronicities, really, because nothing I feel like is by coincidence, and every time something happens, I'm like, yo, this is magical, right? This is destiny, stuff like that.
Righteous. What's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Work harder.
what's the worst advice? Sorry, I had to.
No, that's great. That's great.
It's hard to exactly figure that out, because when I hear something that I feel like this is bad advice, I just kind of like, oh my god. I've got a lot of really bad advice for sure. I've probably got advice that I took that landed me in situations that I could have prevented by not listening to stupid advice.
What advice would you give to upcoming stars?
Work hard.
Work harder.
And don't stop. And no matter how successful you think, like if you accomplish something, you're like, oh, all right. So say you hit a goal, like don't stop there. Now you need the next goal. You need the next goal. I would say always set small goals if they're realistic. Set like 5 realistic goals, and then set a goal that you would think would be harder to achieve, not unrealistic, because everything's possible. And just focus on and make those 5 small goals, make those steps towards the big goal.
My grandma once told me, if you shoot for the sun, you might just hit the moon. And that's how I've always lived. Like I go way too far at it, and I'll end up with something good.
If you could collaborate on a rap with one rapper, who would it be?
I had to pick out everybody out. I'd probably have to say Kim for sure.
Righteous. Dude, what's the origin story of your group?
Beside me still. So we had a mutual friend. Enoch had known him since he was a child, and I had just met him through TikTok, and he kept telling both of us, like, man, you got to meet Cartooner, you got to meet Enoch. And one day Enoch just called me because we had, followed each other on Facebook, and, we'd been checking each other out. Pause. And then he was like, he just hit me up one day, and he's like, hey, bro, you make music? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, why don't you come over? And I come over, and, we get to talking and stuff, and we're both, we have the same belief systems. We're both like really in tune with spirituality and, like destiny and synchronicities and all this. And we just knew at that moment, like, yo, this is going to go somewhere big.
Awesome.
So I think that pretty much is the origin story.
Right on, dude. Kind of. I wrote it like that because I'm like, dude, it's like Captain America shit or something. An origin story, something cool, dude. So, what's the biggest strength of your partnership?
With me and Enoch? Being able to.
Well, yeah, sorry, both or either relationship.
With us, just being able to, where I lack, he picks up, and the same. Right. So like we're yin and yang, in a lot of different aspects. So we just like, we complement each other's style so good. We sound good together, and like we'll call each other out. If I think something stupid, or if I think like, oh man, we should do it this way, or and vice versa, he'll do the same, and I'd be like, okay, no, you're right.
I just wanted to ask some of these because I do feel like it is still a part of your story. Because clearly you guys go out and do that. Yeah. You just answered that. So, what is the most memorable moment for you guys as a group?
I want to probably say just this past weekend was really dope, but like because we brought, this is our second event, the Tunakakabra Palooza. The first one was amazing. Like, we probably had attendance of like 120, 130 for our first ever event that we threw. Right. And then this past weekend we probably hit like 200. So that was dope. But I mean, we've had really good experiences elsewhere too. We flew out to Gorefest, and it was a disaster because we flew out there. We missed a flight on the way back, but even on the way out there, we didn't get much sleep at all. And then we were up for like probably 36 hours, and like no sleep. And barely, you know what I mean? Like might have nodded off on the plane for a second or something. Yeah. And then we had to perform that night. And we had just performed in Detroit the night before, but we went and we killed our performance at Gorefest and murdered that. And then, so I think that was one. And then, there's been a couple shows like we opened up for Doobie, we opened up for Ouija Mac, and those were both very big crowds, and we did well. We got a very good response from the crowd. Yeah. So, I think that we're just always finding new levels, and a lot of things that we do is just like a highlight. We got a lot of highlights as a duo. And we are booked for the Gathering of Legends coming up. That's in like 3 weeks.
Legends.
Yep, gathering. It's the 25th annual Gathering of the Juggalos.
That's what I was. How did you guys land that? Because weren't you not supposed to be in there? Wasn't that a couple months ago? That you're like, everybody tag us so they will let us in or something. Yeah, like that?
So their thing is they don't like to do acts multiple years in a row.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But last year I performed solo and Enoch performed solo.
Okay.
So this year it's like a loophole because we're the Siamese Goat guy.
Yeah.
So we're going under a different name.
Nice.
So
it's
a loophole.
And the gatherings here.
So there's multiple. Obviously ICP, Ouija Mac, Tech 9 is one of them. Nice. 3-6 Mafia.
Nice.
You're old.
And I don't know if those are. I know that I'm pretty sure Tech might headline one night. I don't know.
I've seen his name on there.
I know that he definitely should. In my opinion, he should be headlining one of the night. nights. I don't know if 3-6 will headline, but I know that
There.
they're there. They're on main stage. Waka Flocka.
I haven't heard that name.
Yeah.
You know what the conspiracy is? You know, people used to say that Waka Flocka was Kel from Keenan and Kel.
You just blew my mind.
Then he came back. But
Oh.
so it's not, he's not, but yeah.
Yeah, when you said that, I just like pictured him. I'm like, whoa, what if he is?
But yeah, no, that was the thing for a long time. It was like, Waka Flocka's just Kel. He's not.
Yeah, that's great.
So before our wrap up questions, just a little warning that we're close to the end. I don't want it to end because this has been probably one of my favorite episodes. I said it the first time, but it's still true this time. But couple things. We don't bring up politics, but this is your story. What is up with you going to the Redneck Rave? If you could talk about it, I gotta ask.
So look, I went to the Redneck Rave. It's I'm good friends with a lot of the people on the inside of the event. I got the opportunity to go there for free. You know what I mean? I just I had to pay my way to get there. But I got to perform there for free, and the crowd, you know what I mean? Like that's a big crowd to perform in front of.
Huge, yeah.
So it didn't. I don't think nothing of it. I grew up on country music like that. So what happened was some people on Reddit decided that they're gonna be like, oh, he's playing the Redneck Rave and the Gathering of the Juggalos, and they, just what I think it is just far left extremists that are like, oh, this Redneck Rave is racist because there's rebel flags there, so it's a racist event, and then they dig into my profile and they're like, oh, he's got a meme where he's laughing about Elon doing this, and then somebody had actually put me, I was rapping on stage like this, waving to the crowd like that, and they put me in place of Elon, and I shared it. I thought it was hilarious. So they're like, oh, he's a Nazi, and I'm like, oh, fucking what? I'm a Nazi now? So it's just people that like to have something to talk about, that like to complain, they like to find drama and things, that just want everything's racist these days. If you don't have the same beliefs as certain people, you're automatically a racist.
Well, and I was also asking because that is very culturally different from what I view
yeah.
you as.
Yeah.
So I am very like, did they like your music?
Oh yeah, they love it. Yeah.
No,
they love it.
Redneck Ho though.
I don't
Like-
listen to you.
Yeah. No. The fan base has crossed so much more than people think. Like I went there and there was so many juggalos at the Redneck Rave, but according to some people on the internet, those aren't real juggalos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. It's like, dude, I view humans and I base my opinion on people off a one-on-one interaction. So I don't care, what they listen to. If they're, if they got Confederate flags on their truck or something, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a bigot racist. I'm gonna just talk to that person, and that is how I determine my opinion of a person, is one-on-one experience.
How is the because there are just some things I'm curious. So how did the investing go, and are you still doing that?
Oh yeah, I'm looking for investors. We're always looking for investors. So if anybody's looking to invest in us, hit us up, and you can get 20%. You got 20% profit back.
Dude, I've listened to that probably 10 times because you were doing the City Walk guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking hit that right on the head.
I don't understand how people grew up on South Park and they have a mean bone in their body because, like, it's just fantastic.
Yeah. No, South Park is amazing.
He said, did you know Japan and China are actually two
two
different
different
places? What the fuck?
So you're selling merch. You got a link where people can get merch?
Yeah, we have Siamese goat. Let me look at this real quick.
All right, hold on, because I'll post it in the chat.
Let me type it out so I know that I'm doing it right.
I'm getting old. Yawning at 6 o'clock. No, you said 3-6 Mafia. I'm like, God, your age is showing. Jeez.
Siamese goat merchtable.com.
siamestable.com.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
Siamese, SIAMESEGOATGOD.
SIAMESE.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, and then boom. Oh, I didn't post this link. There it goes. There it goes. And I'm gonna copy that.
And then if you just hit me or Enoch up, we have a lot of merch that is not on that website. And we've probably got between us 10 shirt designs that's not there. You can only get it from us. And we ship out whenever. You know, if you place an order and the post office is open, we'll shoot down there and shoot it out there.
I'll say, I don't remember what I ordered that one time. I got it in like 2 days.
Yeah, no.
It was quick.
Anytime people order anything from me and send me money, if the post office is open, you're getting it that day. I'll be there the next day. The post office drop it off.
Yeah, you were like, I'm sending it was like Monday. I got it Wednesday. I was like, man, fucking paper, like priority. Fuck it, I guess that quick.
I just figured that out. That's pretty freaking sweet.
Yes.
It's going as a banner across the video.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So, is there anything that do you have any other things?
I had one in here. Just
Oh, I'll ask your question. Would you get along with a younger you and vice versa? Would younger you like you?
The younger me, I probably would. I don't know, man. I was a menace.
Right Last guy said, yeah, I'd beat the shit out of my
Yeah. Like this. You know, it's crazy because all the advice that you get when you're a teenager and you're just like, you know, that shit is true. Just take it. You know what I mean? Like, I've got told so many times by older people, you know, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I was just like, you're trying to ruin my fun. No, dude, don't do that.
Do what they said.
Do what they said.
I have some random off the wall stuff. Pepsi or Coke?
That was such a hard one. I don't like either one.
Okay.
So probably I don't like either.
Pizza or tacos?
Stuff too. It just depends.
Does pineapple go on
That was
pizza?
my next question.
100%.
Hell no.
Yeah. Pineapple on pizza.
Ice cream or popsicles?
Ice cream.
Favorite type?
Favorite type of ice cream.
That's cookies and cream.
I would probably have to say Moose Tracks.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we're just killing a little time because this is fun and I don't want it to end quite yet. So I got sober, dude, and I ate ice cream every single day since I got sober. Do you have anything like that?
That's a lot. Dude, honestly, energy drink.
Okay.
It's different for him. Mind you, it's not the same thing every day, but
Yeah, dude, but I literally for the past 2 years I ate ice cream every fucking day. It's actually a problem now. But
I can see it. Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine eating ice cream.
no, dude.
I eat a lot.
yeah, you do the bang
Yeah,
specific flavor.
this one. Any Means Orange. It's the newest one, but I'm hooked on it.
What does that even mean?
Do you
Any
remember-
means orange.
I have no idea, but it's delicious.
Do you remember those vines that came out with the Bang guy? He was like, oh God, or whatever. He's like, drink a Bang. Or
I do.
You said he looked like Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Enoch compares me to the owner of the company all the time.
Oh my
He says I'm gonna look like it if I keep
looked-
drinking.
No chill.
He
No
looked
chill.
like he owns a Bang company. Like he
Yeah.
looked like he owns.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna ask my wrap-up questions because this has been fun and I don't want to kill what we had. So, is there anything we missed that you'd like to share?
I don't know, I just would like to probably say that to anybody that might be going through something, whether it be addiction or trauma, and you think that like, yo, this is the end, there's no up from here. That's not true at all. Like, there absolutely is. It might seem like the world would be over. You know, you might have just lost the closest person to you in your entire life, and you think that your life is over because of that. And it's not. You can turn things around at any time.
That is really what we're trying to embody. So thank you. What is your definition of success? Has it changed?
No, I would probably say that, you know, the definition of success for me is just just waking up and doing what you love. And, you know, as long as you're if you don't hate life, you know, you're successful. You know, if you're happy, you're successful.
Did your one word change? One word describe from where you started to where you are now to where you will end up?
No, what was it?
We don't know.
I did it right.
I did.
I did it. I did it live.
Uh,
But what's your one word then? Let's keep it back.
Yeah. What's the question? One word.
one word. It has to be one word to describe where you started,
Mhm.
where you're at now, and where you think that you will end up. You don't have to do the thing where you end up. I just think that's cool.
I would just say I'm gonna say sober. I don't know if that's the same one, but I'm gonna just say sober.
We have it wrote down in our old
Yeah,
notebook.
I know. I
So.
didn't fucking write it down. I whatever. One thing I want to start asking guests, and this is perfect because you are our first one to come on, so I'm going to do it full circle and start asking the guests after you. There's one thing that you would change about this podcast. Is there anything you would change? So I want to start taking some constructive criticism here.
I can't really think of something. I think you guys are doing great.
Thank you. And really, I know I put you on the spot, but I'm going to start asking every guest because I got to be able to accept constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, for real.
like don't stutter. I can't change the way I talk, but there's other shit that could, you know. So
For sure.
Will you sign our table?
Oh yeah.
Be careful, it's a paint marker.
let me move my stuff out of the way because I prefer a big signature. If you don't
Oh
mind.
yeah.
Well, now you're getting famous. I really want
You want it right here? I can take a
That's perfect, dude. That's
All right. Well, I think that's all we got.
It might be a little dry, but
I just did the thing.
oh.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys.
Till the next time.
Thank you.